on first down.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8.
Gun.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Burrow will throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That is caught downfield by Harrison. Down the left sideline.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the 49ers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Here's a give up the middle. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
You look at this Niner defense.
They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll be taken down at the 46.
Here we go.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here, look looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
11 mighty.
Now Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing here, Purdy. He's got this downfield to McBride. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey McBride, 60 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And Cooper is going to remain in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 25 yards that time.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
12. 11, Thomas. God.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deommodore Lenoir. And the Niners are going to take over here up near the 40. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Here's Purdy.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
This is caught. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Niners add 6 to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go, here we go. 11. 11 MT, Kate. 11 MT.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Burrow looking to pass.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Harris now to return. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Purdy now to throw. He's got Ayuk once again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Purdy. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. The Niners are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Now Purdy.
Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Purdy looking to throw.
That ball caught by Harrison. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 23 yards on the play.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
That's to the sideline and pulled in by Harrison.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. An extra point attempt to follow here. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Hey, Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here we go.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. That is caught. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
It fights him off. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Oh, he stays up. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
They'll look to throw.
Looking deep here for Chase.
This is intercepted.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Purdy trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Marvin Harrison Jr. on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Niners are able to add on to their first-half lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Thomas.
Back to throw here. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
3rd and 2.
12.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
Up the middle they go. It's Woods. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Woods, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Tackle there by Nick Cross. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Woods. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Swift going to try up the middle. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Swift.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 13 yards there and a Niner first. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Let's go now.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Come on, set.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
DeAndre Swift
With career touchdown number 70.
And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Get set.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
11. Here we go.
Burrow will throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
11.
Here's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 11 MT.
And Burrow going to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
The offense on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
Here we go.
Slot man moves right.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Right back to him on first down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Now Burrow. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
12, 12, 12.
Third and goal. Burrow. And it's caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter. You're going. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So, Charles, that's Exhibit A for the danger of running a toss play this close to your own end zone.
And how well was that defended? Someone was able to come up and set the edge. You can't go around him, and this time he was left with just nowhere to go.
Taking it about the 16.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
11.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That escapes the sack. He's going to wind up and air it out.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight. Now Burrow loses the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And 1st and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position. And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because Maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Swift again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now they'll try the jet sweep with Harrison. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Yeah, they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Get set. 11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And, yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Bengals 19. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.